When you're making pancakes, every step needs to be timed just right. That's what Diana Kayumova learned from her boarding home grandmother, Svetlana Gromova. The pair found each other 12 years ago when they started living together in a unique Russian residential home.
This is my family, and sometimes they get pretty cheeky.
It's a special home they share. Diana and her surrogate grandma live together with 30 other children and over 100 pensioners. They're all in one big housing complex where they spend their lives together. Most pensioners live here because their relatives no longer want to care for them. And most young people are here because their parents are no longer allowed to care for them. Many were alcoholics who lost custody. As a result, many of their children were born with disabilities. With no other family to rely on, young and old alike would be lonely if it weren't for this haven.
Come here, I'll read to you. My entire family died in 1993 in a car crash. It was horrible. I almost lost my mind. Back then, I didn't want to live anymore. I would have preferred to die with my family.
This unique home, where young and old live side by side, was founded 12 years ago. It's in Starobeshavo, in Russia's Bashkortostan Republic. And it's one of a kind in the entire country.
Our children are happy. They have loving caretakers and live in a loving environment. The kids don't need to feel ashamed of their disabilities. They can go through life with their heads held up high, just like other children without disabilities.
These residents are lucky. Their home is widely acclaimed. Thanks to funding by the state, donors, and volunteers, the facilities are in great condition. Few other Russians with disabilities or special needs are as fortunate. Human rights activists have repeatedly reported cases of abusive caretakers, corrupt directors, insufficient fire safety measures, and a lack of funding in other homes. But often the public is unaware of this grim reality, as most homes are isolated from the outside world. The director says this is long overdue to change.
There still remains a huge barrier between people with and without disabilities in our society. Parents from the Soviet generation do not want their children socializing with kids that have special needs. But this home, where youngsters and pensioners live side by side, shows that it is possible. They breathe the same air, walk under the same sun, and are ordinary people, regardless of their health.
Though, of course, with people of all ages residing here, it's not always smooth sailing. Living together and caring for each other can be challenging. Still, everyone here is very close. They are eager to share their lives, rather than just coexist.
When I see children, I forget all my problems. They just vanish, and all I see are the good things.
The day at the special residential home winds down with a small dance performance. Life is good, because here, Russia's most vulnerable are not left to fend for themselves.